Okay, so here we are with the Google Home. Now there have been a couple of reviews on this already, but I want to do like a real life usage review. There's only so much you can do with this thing right now, and we'll get into that. Let's just start off with the basics. Okay, Google, put the volume at 50%. All right. Okay, Google, play the Ghostbusters theme.
Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr. Sure. Playing on Google Play Music.
You can adjust the volume just by doing this. Okay, Google, stop. So it does respond to the command stop. Now this speaker here, it is fairly loud. It doesn't sound as good as, any Bluetooth speaker you're going to buy, like a JBL Bluetooth speaker or like Beats Pill speaker. But it is decent for what it is. This thing is much smaller than I imagined it would be. Like I'm 5'8". Here's my hands. I have small hands. I have Donald Trump hands, and here it is. It's like one of those scent things, one of those automatic spray smell good things. So yeah, it's very small, but the speakers are they're actually quite loud. Here, let me see if I can show you. Hold on. There's the speakers. And now you'll get to see what how this thing looks when it starts up. It does have a decently cool startup sort of animation in the classic Google colors that you're used to. And obviously there's commands. Oh, hey Google, let's turn the volume up a little bit. Okay, Google, what's the weather like in London?
In London, it's 40 and clear. It'll be partly cloudy there today, with a forecasted high of 48 and a low of 36.
Hey Google, what about tomorrow?
It'll be partly cloudy tomorrow, with a high of 48 and a low of 36.
So as you can see, it's context aware, like the assistant that you're used to in Android 7.0, or on the Pixel, rather. But I feel like there's really not a lot that we can do. There's not a lot I can do with this. I bought it, and I was like, I made sure of the return policy at Best Buy just because, I have this on my phone right now. So there's some other things you're supposed to be able to do that are part of the Google Home experience that you just can't do right now. So let's get into that real quickly here. Switch my TV over to the Chromecast. Okay, Google, play the Ghostbusters theme in the living room.
All right, Ghostbusters theme from Google Play Music, playing on living room.
So it did that. It has music down, okay? But now, one of the things that I don't even know why I was excited about it, but I was, is this. Hey Google, play Power Rangers on Netflix in the living room.
I looked for Power Rangers, but it either isn't available or can't be played right now.
But it's clearly on Netflix, because I've been watching it with my kids this whole time. Something else that we know is on Netflix. Hey Google, play Trailer Park Boys Episode 1, Season 1 on Netflix in the living room.
I looked for Trailer Park Boys Episode 1, Season 1, but it either isn't available or can't be played right now.
But it's there. So either that stuff just isn't going to work, or it's just not working right now. In which case, I mean, I don't really know what else to do with this thing. I mean, that you can, hey, Google, let's play a game.
We can play Lucky Trivia, Mad Libs, or you can spin the wheel. What do you want to try?
Spin the wheel.
I'll spin the wheel.
Hey, Google, stop. So, I mean, it's got games down. It's got music down. All right. And speaking of music, let's take a little test here. Let's do a little test. Let's turn it all the way up. Hey, Google, play Dragon Force.
All right, playing Dragon Force on Google Play Music.
Hey, Google, stop. So as you can see, well, okay, let me rephrase that. Not as you can see, as you can hear, it's decently loud. But let me guarantee you, from the videos that I've already seen on YouTube, this thing, what you're hearing, like through even just like cell phone video, is actually very accurate to how it sounds in real life. It's not super crisp, it's not super clear, it's not super loud, it's not super bassy. I wouldn't expect it to be in this form factor, in this little guy. For what it is quite surprising, but what's missing from, I would love to just keep this around just to have it and see what it does in the future, but like right now, it's really not that useful for me. I mean, just a simple thing. The whole Google Home thing of being able to cast to my Chromecast, I can't do that right now. And aside from setting alarms, and checking the weather and it telling me like my calendar shit that I have going on, that's it. That's all really. And you can play some games. My kids had a little bit of fun with it earlier when they were asking about, hey Google, what sound does a tiger make?
This is a tiger.
And that's fun and all, but that's it. Like that's what we have right now. You can play music. You can get your daily updates. Hey Google, good morning.
Good evening, Frank. The time is 8:21 p.m. The weather in Wycliffe currently is 45 degrees and partly cloudy with a high of 54 degrees. Have a good one. Here's the latest news from NPR News Summary at 7 p.m. today.
Support for NPR comes from Cleveland Clinic.
Hey Google,
where people from
stop. So it'll do the good morning thing and the good evening thing. But, one thing that would be nice for it to do would be like to play podcasts. And it says in the brochure, hey, ask it to play, like the latest episode of whatever podcast. Hey Google, play the latest episode of Mysterious Universe.
Here's the latest episode of Mysterious Universe 16.17 Mute Podcast.
Today's episode is brought to you by
Hey Google,
Squarespace.
Stop. And thanks for making me look like a fucking idiot. Okay, so that actually didn't work earlier. And I had to stop. Google, stop. That actually didn't work earlier, I swear to God. And I had to just cast it from Google Play Music to this thing in order to listen to it earlier. So, I mean, I don't know, maybe doing that linked it and that worked, or maybe there's been a sudden update in the last hour that I've had this that I didn't realize was going on. Anyway, so I guess that works. So anything audio, it's great. This is a great little device to have, but for $130, $130 to do what your phone can already do, especially if you have a Chromecast or a Chromecast audio set up on something. What is there? I mean, aside from voice control, I don't know, man. I don't know if $130 is what that price point. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money just to have an audio interface that only works with your audio. You know, I'm sure this works great with things like Nest, with like Hue light bulbs, but I mean, things you can do right on your phone already. And I'm not trying to be one of those dudes that's like, well, you can already do that on your phone, so we don't need another way to do it. No, I think this would be great, just if it did everything right now. And if the audio was a little bit better, I would actually prefer, for $130, I would not want this to sound decent and good. I would want this to sound great, because really all it is just, it's using Google Assistant through the internet. It's not even like it's like on board this thing, and it's a bunch of speakers. I would prefer this unit would have been bigger, even maybe for a little bit more money. If the sound quality was like amazing, this would be definitely a keeper. But as it is right now, I'm just not sure. And as you can see, I mean, it can't even cast videos and shit. Let's try YouTube. Hey, Google, play Ghostbusters on YouTube in the living room.
Sorry, I can't help with that yet.
It's launch day. You've had since, I.O. when you announce this, or whenever you announce this, to get that ready. I mean, come on, man. I spent $130 today. I want that functionality today. And I'm not, like, opposed to spending a lot of money on little gadgets like this. It's just, I mean, here it is. It's a little thing. It does the Google Assistant stuff that your phone already does. Stop. I'm not talking to you right now. Turn yourself off. Stop. I would say if you have an abundance of money, it's a neat little device. If I had enough to maybe put one in like every room of the house, that would be pretty cool. That would be a little bit more useful to me. You know, if I could afford to like buy two, have one out here just for shits and giggles, but one in my bedroom to wake me up in the morning and read me the news. Yeah, if I had that much money, that'd be great. As it stands, nah, I might bring this back. I might keep it. I don't know. But literally what I've shown you is the extent of what it can do right now. I don't have Philips lights and a Nest to show you. I'm sure those things maybe work right now. I don't know. I haven't seen any demonstrations of that on YouTube yet. It doesn't work with its own cast devices yet. It can't cast YouTube videos. The Google Home can't use the app Google Home to do that thing that it's supposed to do yet. So, I don't know. In the future, this is probably going to be awesome. I would say with an update to the device itself, a little bit bigger, a little bit better sound quality, a little bit more functionality. $130, insta buy. Right now, a maybe buy. If you've got the money, buy. Like I said, I bought the Pixel, and I'm recording this on the Pixel, as a matter of fact, in 60 frames a second. There's my new Yeti microphone. I bought the Pixel. That's a lot of money, and people were saying that that's not worth it. Like, I'm not opposed to spending money, but this was a lot of money for basically just what my phone can do right now. To be honest, I even hardly use my Chromecast just because I have my computer connected to the TV directly. So, yeah. By all means, get this device. It is pretty cool. It is fun to have. It's just, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it right now. I may bring it back to Best Buy tomorrow just because right now, it's not fully functional. When it's fully functional, this is going to be a great thing to have for all your media and for all your audio needs. And I'm not sure actually how this works. I'm sure since the rest of the audio is figured out, probably works well with the Chromecast audio. It doesn't work with the Chromecast video yet. So I don't know what that means for Chromecast audio because I don't have one to show it to you on. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, actual usage of the Google Home. Hope that gives you some insight as to whether you want to buy it or not. Thanks.